On June 16, Armenia's Central Electoral Commission officially confirmed the results of the June 7th parliamentary elections. The ruling Civil Contract Party secured a clear victory. Many observers saw the result as support for the government's increasingly pro-European direction. Others argued that the election was more about domestic issues than geopolitics. But regardless of the reason, a larger question remains. What path should Armenia take in the years ahead? Should Armenia move closer to Europe? Should it maintain strong ties with Russia? Or should it seek a careful balance between both? To answer that question, we need to look at history. Russia's historical role. In the 9th and 10th centuries, Russia did not yet exist as the great empire it would later become. Instead, the region was dominated by Kievan Rus, while Armenia lay far to the south in the Caucasus. Powerful empires stood between them. There was no common border, no direct political relationship. The only significant connection came through trade. Armenian merchants carried goods across the vast Silk Road networks that connected east and west. Centuries later, everything changed. As the Russian Empire expanded southward into the Caucasus, Armenia and Russia became direct neighbors. Following the Russo-Persian War of 1826 to 1828 and the Treaty of Turkmenchay, eastern Armenia came under Russian rule. For the first time, a direct political border connected Armenia and Russia. For many Armenians, this brought important benefits. Eastern Armenians were no longer under Persian rule. Armenian churches and communities generally experienced greater security. Yerevan and other Armenian regions experienced economic development. Schools, cultural institutions, and intellectual life expanded. Most importantly, many Armenians viewed Russia as a Christian power capable of helping protect Armenian communities from regional threats. But Russia was not simply a protector. Armenia did not regain independence from Russian rule. Political autonomy was limited. Nationalist movements were often restricted. And during the Soviet period, Armenia lost full sovereignty and became part of a larger union. For this reason, many Armenians have historically viewed Russia as both a protector and a ruler. Europe's historical role. Europe's influence was often less direct, but still significant. For centuries, European scholars, merchants, missionaries, and diplomats connected Armenia to wider intellectual and commercial networks. During the Middle Ages, the Armenian Kingdom of Cilicia developed close relationships with European powers and the Crusader states. European universities educated Armenian intellectuals. European humanitarian movements helped bring international attention to the suffering of Armenians within the Ottoman Empire. Following the Armenian genocide, many European countries became home to large Armenian diaspora communities. These communities continue to play an important role in Armenian life today. Yet Europe also disappointed Armenian expectations at critical moments. European powers frequently condemned massacres and persecution, but they often failed to intervene effectively. After the First World War, plans for a larger Armenian state, including those associated with Woodrow Wilson's proposed settlement, were never implemented. As in many parts of the world, strategic interests often took precedence over moral commitments. Lessons from recent history. The events surrounding Nagorno-Karabakh have renewed this debate. Many Armenians felt abandoned by Europe. They believed European governments prioritized energy cooperation with Azerbaijan over principles such as human rights and self-determination. At the same time, many Armenians were deeply disappointed by Russia's failure to intervene during the crisis despite decades of close relations and security agreements. Different observers explain Russia's actions in different ways. Some point to deteriorating relations between Moscow and Yerevan. Others argue that Russia was focused on other strategic priorities and calculated that Nagorno-Karabakh's internationally recognized status as part of Azerbaijan limited its options. Regardless of the explanation, the result was the same. Many Armenians lost confidence in both Russia and the West. What does history tell us? History does not provide simple answers. Europe contributed greatly to Armenia's cultural, intellectual, educational, and international development. Russia played a major role in shaping the territory and security environment from which the modern Republic of Armenia eventually emerged. Neither relationship was purely beneficial. Neither relationship was free from disappointment. Both Europe and Russia have often acted according to their own interests rather than Armenia's. Perhaps the most important lesson is this: Armenia cannot afford to rely completely on any external power. A wise Armenian foreign policy may not lie in choosing one camp over another. It may lie in maintaining productive relations with both while strengthening Armenia's own independence and resilience. Because geography cannot be ignored, Europe may offer opportunities, investment, and political partnerships. But Russia remains a powerful neighbor with deep historical, economic, and security ties to Armenia. Whoever governs Armenia in the future should remember that successful states rarely place all their hopes in one direction. They hold the stick in the middle. And they never forget that geography is permanent, while alliances can change.